Alright guys, how's it going? This is David from GIGGLE, and today I'm going to be reviewing... Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to Filmic Fridays. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Neighbors. The Neighbors is a new comedy movie starring Zac Efron and Seth Rogen, even though you can't see their names. I wrote it down there. Trust me. The Neighbors is about a newlywed couple, or a newly, new parents who are waiting for like some neighbors to show up, hence the name, and these frat boys move in, and that consists of Zac Efron and Dave Franco. So ladies, there you go. The trailer for The Neighbors is right here, or here, or here, wherever I decide to put it. On to the plot. Now the plot was probably one of this movie's downfalls. Honestly, it wasn't super strong, but the thing about this movie is it was super funny. I don't know why I said super. There's so many better words that I could have chosen for this movie, but it was really good. Like, I've never laughed that hard in like a while. Like, I actually laughed out loud, and that takes a lot for me to do, mind you. And so, in things that I liked about this movie, Dave Franco, Zac Efron, Seth Rogen, and the girl. It took me a while. I don't even remember her name. I thought I wrote it down. I could have sworn that I wrote it down. Anyway, I think that Zac and Dave have like the best like kind of, team. Like, I'd like to see them in a movie together, like just standalone. Like, not just because they're cool to look at, and I wish that I was Abercrombie status. I really like them as an actor, and I haven't seen Zac Efron in anything since like High School Musical 3, which I totally didn't go see in theaters. But it wasn't even that weird of a transition for me. I feel like this was very natural for him. I know he did like a few movies before this one, so that's good for him. And I don't know, I really liked what he did in this movie. Like, it felt like it was really him, And another thing I liked about this movie is that like Zac and Seth, like when they're really cool with each other, like before it gets really bad. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but they have like the most intense like bro-ship I've ever seen in my entire life. It was amazing. Seth Rogen and his wife in this movie have like the cutest baby, and I don't even like babies. I don't even like kids. I don't even like people. But the baby was so adorable, and I really wish that I had a kid, even though I don't want a kid, because I'm a bad person. So I think that pretty much covered both Brains of Booty and the plot. I think I really got off topic. But anyway, things I didn't like about this movie were I only really have one thing there. And it's that they never really include the other neighbors. Like, no one else complains about like these obnoxiously large parties, which is another thing I like about it. This is a party movie, and if you know anything about me, I love party movies. They're amazing, and I wish I could film one every single second of every day. And this was the epitome of a party movie. Next to Project X, this is like one of my favorite party movies. Actually, there's probably another one. I'll think about it later, and I'll regret putting that in there. But as of now, takes number two. I can do math. It was really weird, which is good. I don't know what else I expected from like a Rogen-esque film, if you will. But I don't know. It was strange, which is always good, because I'm strange. I like strange people. But another thing is, like, this movie gave me feels, and you know how important that is to me if you've watched the other ones before. And I didn't think it would. Like, it was just flat out stupidity and just partying and all this stuff up until like the very end. And that's when I'm like, man, my heart. Not to mention, there's like so many cameos in this movie. It's ridiculous. There's actually, no, I'm not even gonna ruin it for you. But if I can give you a hint, it's a dick in a box. So another thing I really like this movie is I'm kind of a cinematography nerd, as you'll come to find out pretty soon. And I liked all the angles and stuff that they did with the camera, because that's what I live for. That's my passion. And they had some really great shots in this movie. So if you're into cinematography, then you're definitely gonna love this movie. There's nothing too great about it. Like, there's not crazy shots, but it's good. It's very well filmed, which I expect from a Hollywood movie. If it's not well filmed, then I don't know. But there's been a few. There's been a few with some very bad flaws. But it's a very pretty movie. I like how they dressed it up. It's very funny. I was laughing from beginning to end. Like, it made me laugh within the first 30 seconds, and that's huge for me. So to review, I'd like to say that this movie, it was short. It was much shorter than Spider-Man, which my previous review, which was Spider-Man, which was much longer. It was like 2.5 hours, and this one was about 1.5, if you're not counting, you know, like the end credits. And I mean, there wasn't a whole much to put down. I mean, if you see this list compared to like Spider-Man, it was, I don't know, it just wasn't that intensive of a story. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go see it, even if you're a story heavy guy. Because I mean, action junkies probably won't like this movie, but if you're really into comedy and you really like you know, just kind of like a heartwarming story like behind it all, then this is definitely your movie. I would give it a, you know, I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now some of you might think that that's harsh, but it takes a lot for a movie to be a 9 or a 10 in my opinion, and this was definitely a solid 8.5. So that concludes this review of The Neighbors. I'm gonna try and get Mom's Night Out to you fairly quickly. It might be on Saturday, which would bring back Cinema Saturdays. But as of now, this was Filmic Fridays with David from C-Game. And yeah, guys, don't forget to, you know, if you like this movie and you want to stay updated with like most of the movies, because I try to post these as early as possible. I try to get into as many like, you know, early showings as I can. And if you like all of this and you want to stay up to date as, like, you know, as quick as possible, and, you know, go ahead and subscribe to me if you want. I mean, I'm not forcing you. I'm not a terrorist. But if you would like that and that's something you'd like to see, go ahead and drop a like. And, you know, as always, this is David from C-Game. I don't know how many times I've said that in this outro. But, yeah, see you guys next week or tomorrow. Possibly tomorrow. Oh, quick channel update. I'm going to start on the other people's projects, and as well as another Spanish project of my own tomorrow. So those should be coming fairly quickly, like within 2 weeks, not even, maybe like 1 to 2 weeks. It depends on the project. They'll be released at separate times. Anyway, I love you. Have a wonderful day. Movies.